The big Supreme Court hearing has kicked off and has begun at this point in time. The first question that the top court has asked is why haven't the rebels gone to High Court? Those are the latest details here coming in at this point in time. Supreme Court asking the rebels led by Eknath Shinde why they haven't approached the High Court first at this point. Ketan is joining us for more details here. Ketan, if you can take us through what is going on in the top court so far.
Well, so Avni, before analyzing and discussing, I'll just go through the updates that are coming to us. The first is that the Supreme Court has asked rebel MLAs led by Eknath Shinde, why haven't they approached the High Court first? This is something that we were discussing since yesterday. Senior advocate Kaul, appearing for the rebels, said that in many such cases, the apex court has been directly approached. So, and he also adds that we have 39 MLAs. They have submitted in the court. We have 39 MLAs. A minority government is subverting the entire process. MLAs are being threatened. One of the leader with Uddhav said that 40 dead bodies will be coming from Guwahati. I think he's making a reference to the alleged statement by Sanjay Raut. Atmosphere is being vilified. So to which Justice Suryakant says that asks the advocate representing the rebel MLAs that why haven't you approached the High Court so far? So to which he says, I have three answers. 226 existence, this is legal language, is not constitutional bar to invoke Article 32. Second reason, in any number of cases like float test, disqualification, your lordships have passed Article 32. So to which the justice says that, are you apprehensive of life threats? Are you afraid of any threat to your life? You also have a complaint that adequate time was not given to you. So to which the Eknath Shinde camp lawyer says, till decision on motion against Deputy Speaker is decided, he cannot issue notice of disqualification. It's illegal and it's arbitrary. Another reason is that minority of the legislative party is subverting the state machinery, attacking our houses, saying that our dead bodies will be returned. Atmosphere is not conducive for us to exercise our rights in Bombay. Advocate Kaul, again, who's appearing for the rebel camp, says that Deputy Speaker has lost his position as the MVA government has been reduced to a minority, and so he has no authority to issue disqualification notice. Whip contemplated under the 10th schedule of the Constitution is for a vote on the floor of the House. And no whip could have been issued for party meeting admittedly held outside the House. So clearly the points that the rebel camp has been reiterating again and again about the threat to their life, their house has been attacked, and the majority being with them is something that their advocate is reiterating in the Supreme Court. They have said that we have support of 39 MLAs, and when we have support of the majority of the MLAs, then how come the Deputy Speaker is passing injunctions against us, or how come the Deputy Speaker is functioning? So clearly, now it's interesting whether what the lawyer that is appearing for MVA says in this case, because they have been arguing that all these contentions that the rebel camp has, the right place to raise them is on the floor of the House, and they should return back to Mumbai and raise these concerns. So clearly, the one issue that the court is seized with is the disqualification valid or not? And this question, whether their disqualification is valid or not, rests on one premise, that whether they indulged in anti-party activities or not. So the case is still being heard, and I'm sure that the rebel camp will establish the fact that they have not defected from the party. They will reiterate the fact that they are still with the Shiv Sena. They will assert the fact that they had no intentions to move out of the party, thereby trying to avoid the anti-defection law and justify their rebellion.
Yes, absolutely, Ketan. And like we were pointing out, since yesterday, one of the first points that the rebel camp has also spoken about with that issue, that they are the original Shiv Sena, and that is what the stand that they are taking. But obviously, it's going to be important now to see what the MVA Council also says in court, because the other factor with respect to disqualification is that we heard from the Shiv Sena yesterday unless the rebels merge with another party, they will be liable to be disqualified. So that is the other important angle.
Well, yes, and there is one more flash that I would like to bring here is rebels have relied on the Nabam Rebia judgment, which stresses that Deputy Speaker cannot adjudicate disqualification pleas against the rebels as there is a no confidence motion pending against him. So the rebel camp had already issued a no confidence motion against the speaker. Now it's interesting whether the court says or allows this point to pass, because the no confidence motion against the speaker can be issued on the floor of the house. That is what the non-rebel camp, the Sena camp, has been asserting so far. So it's the whole discussion is right now moving in an interesting turn.